Okay, well, I have it all to myself right now. This is, I could say so much, but this is the home of the Prevost. And this little modest home here generated the Pope. This little modest home in Dalton. It's a story for the ages. It's hard to believe. And you can hear next door is playing some beautiful songs here. So that's very nice of them to do that. Kind of a religious station they have playing. But this is it. This very nondescript, small Cape Cod, built probably 1946, 47. So it was only about 3 years old when the Prevost moved here. And I'll tell you what, coming from the city, and my relatives all came from the city, we grew up in 2 flats. I didn't personally. I grew up in a apartment on 79th in Kingston. I was born in 1962, so our family still, still didn't have their first house. My dad and my mom grew up in apartments in 2 flats their whole life. So to come out in Dalton and buy their first home was a miracle. And the VA bill made it possible for Louis Prevost and other people to buy their first homes here. And this is the neighborhood. You're seeing what the Pope saw, what Robert Prevost and his brother saw when they grew up here. All these little houses here, very modest. I'm sure they all knew the Prevost. And the bedroom, could it be the Pope's bedroom right there? I'm not sure. There's only two upstairs. I think the boys all were in one, and Millie and Louis were in the other. So it might have been his bedroom there. That would be the living room. And the side of the house, I'm not going to go in the backyard, but I'll go on the other side here. There's a dumpster. They were remodeling the house, so some of the debris is there. So I'll go on this side, because if that wasn't the Pope's bedroom, this side would have been his bedroom up here. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
That would have been the Pope's bedroom if that other one wasn't. They just have 2 bedrooms upstairs. So either that was his room with his brothers, or the other one was. And then his mom and dad would live in the other one.
I know there's a lot of bedrooms in the basement too.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, you should go.
Oh. Well, I can't.
You should go.
Well,
You should show it to everybody. Like, show it to
well,
the
they don't have the locks on anymore.
You took it off?
Yeah,
You took it off yesterday?
I think so. So anyway, I'll be right with you. So anyway, that's about it. But I'm going to continue with this conversation. Just hang on with me here. Okay, you can see people still taking pictures around here. Hi. Well, I'll show you his backyard. Okay, that was his backyard. And the back porch. Okay. So I'm going to continue to the church. So we're going to get in the car and go to St. Mary's. Okay, time to go to St. Mary's. I wish I could say more, but anyway. There's a little cross that one of the neighbors put up. Isn't that beautiful? So she said she's going to put candles up later. That was very sweet of her to do that. She's got religious songs playing in the background. So, anyway, we're going to go to St. Mary's now and follow the path of Robert Prevost from Dalton, who is now serving as Pope Leo. Let me belt myself here. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to turn around because I can't turn around here because of the dumpster. Give me a shot here, a chance to turn around. Matter of fact, I'll just turn around at the end of the block so you can see a little bit more of 141st Street. I'm sure when Pope Leo was a boy, he walked up and down. This was his world as a little boy, all these homes. He probably had little friends. I'm sure he did, because it was the baby boom. He was born in 55, so when he was 3 or 4 and started to walk around the area, these would have been his little buddies' houses that he hung out at in the backyards. Some of them might went to St. Mary's, probably a lot didn't, but I'm sure he hung out with them. I gotta watch where I'm driving here. I get too recreational like which I'm doing now. I may not see trucks like the UPS truck that came down, so I'll try to be aware and speak at the same time. But it's pretty quiet. I came early in the morning. I've been here just looking at the house for an hour, and I gave interviews to the Times of London and WBBM, so that was interesting. But anyway, here's some more homes. Again, I'm sure that Bob Prevost had little friends here and played in all these homes, or at least knew who the neighbors were. These would have been his neighbors just across the street from his house, because we're right on the other side here. Yeah, for the last time, there was his house, and people talking. Okay. This very nice lady, she came when I pulled up. She's giving interviews to everybody. She's probably in all the papers, and good for her. They're always really looking hard for somebody they can speak to interview. So anyway, at least I got to be on WBBM today. If you listen to BBM, at least people watching the video today, you'll hear me. So anyway, this is where he walked to school, okay, down Indiana Avenue. So this is the road to St. Mary's. I gotta move because there's an ambulance coming in the back of me, but this is how he walked to school. Just bear in mind, and you're gonna see an ambulance come right past, of all things. So I'm gonna let this guy pass. You probably hear the sirens. And there's the railroad track. Of course, probably one of the first things he learned when he walked to school, Millie probably told him, "Mom, watch out for trains. You always stop. Make sure you don't see anybody coming." And there is a train coming down there. But, and you could get caught by trains. Oh my God, growing up here, we went to St. Mary's. Everybody knows that. I did. So sometimes we get caught by trains going to St. Mary's. And one time, I believe we just made it to communion. But I was happy because as a kid, you don't want to go to church. And so we thought that was pretty cool that we almost only had to walk up to communion and walk out. So there's the old, whatever that bar was, Looney Tunes or something. That used to be Popple's 21 Club years ago. Again, this is how he would have walked to school, because this is 138th Street. That used to be the Marine craft store with the boats. Now it's a vacant lot. Okay, I'm going to turn towards St. Mary's here. Okay, so you can see it's not really that much of a walk to St. Mary's for the Pope. Okay, not at all. I mean, that's about as far as my burger walk when I was in Dalton. So I walked to lunch and came back every day. Here's some other homes on the other side that the Pope probably walked past going to school. We're getting to St. Mary's in 2 seconds here. I'm going to park by Damiani's because it's the only place I can think of to park around here. Unless I can park, people are just parked on the side here. I don't know where to park. Where can I park? Damiani's has got a log here, so I can't park there anymore. Oh, I'm going to have to park on Layden down here. We're coming by St. Mary's, and of course the press is here. The press is here anyway. I gotta watch. I have eyes in the back of my head driving around here. Okay, here's St. Mary's. I'm gonna get out. He's not letting anyone in today. The owner let people walk in yesterday. Here's the press. I'm gonna probably talk to the press after I end the interview. There's Hennessy Hornburg Funeral Home. Okay, I'll park in front of here, I guess. Okay, there's not many people here. It's really beautiful to be here. I gotta watch for broken glass here. Yeah, I'll park a little farther up. Okay, 2-hour parking. All right. Well, I won't be here for 2 hours. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, well, you saw a lot of historical pictures I've been posting on my Facebook group. And we're right here. This was built up way before downtown Dalton. For Dalton people watching this, this was downtown Dalton before downtown Dalton was downtown Dalton. This area was established about the 1890s. 1900, it was well established. All these homes. There's Quants Hardware. Terry Quant is watching. I know you are, Terry. There's Quants. Okay. God bless Quants Hardware. Supported St. Mary's and had their name on their curtain in the lower hall for years. Okay, and here's all those little homes. People speeding. I forget what Terry said about the guy that lived there. They wanted to expand Quants, but they didn't. The guy wouldn't sell. Well, that house is still there. These houses do look pretty good, to be honest with you. Okay. Well, there's Hennessy Hornburg and 2 other homes. It's a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sun-kissed day today. God bless St. Mary's. I don't know if I should walk down there. I hate to leave my car where it is, but nobody's around, so I think it'll be okay. All right. God bless St. Mary's. Here she is. I can't walk past here anyway, because let me see how far I can see down. This was where people exited the church. Okay, you would come in on the other side, and there was that path that went down right there. There's the old church and the old road to the old church. You guys can see it. See? You guys can see it? Okay, I can't get in there. All the windows are open and broken. There's no glass anymore. It's completely exposed to the elements. Okay, there's the bell tower. Okay, which hasn't rang in some time. Hi. Well, I find it interesting that before yesterday there was not a soul that was interested in coming down here, and now the whole world wants to see what's going on. It just goes to show you, one person and one pope can generate quite a bit of interest, to say the least. To think that the pope would have come from this parish is mind-boggling. To think that there would be an American pope himself is mind-boggling. But to think that I went to this school and church and graduated in 1976 from St. Mary's Grammar School is even more mind-boggling. And yeah, it's just astounding. But here she is. What a beautiful shot of Our Lady. And I think I can get down the other way. He's blocked off too, but I can see a little bit back here. There's the homes that are right next to the school. Oh, I can get down here. Now we'll see how far I go. Okay. Yeah, I cry almost inside seeing the condition. I don't know if you guys have seen this. And look at that door. Oh my goodness. But that was the door going into the church. And we used to come on the other way and walk up that path. I'm not going to go too far. But here's the side of the church. And I shouldn't be going this far down. Oh, what the hell. Okay. Oh boy. Well, it's open here. I can't believe I'm walking to the block building. I don't believe I'm back here. Okay, here's your school. There's my 7th and 8th grade. Here's Mr. Zigman's class. Hello, 8th grade. And here's Sister Genevieve's class. Hello, 7th grade. There's the hallway. Here's Sister Barbara's office and the washroom that I went to. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I don't feel too comfortable walking around here. Okay. Here's the playground we played at. Okay, take a good look at it. God bless St. Mary's. And the convent. And the church, the old church. I'm not going to go very far back. I don't know, maybe I should. I don't know. Okay. Convent door. There's the rectory where the Pope was taught religion and taught him how to serve Mass. Lived, obviously. Here's the entrance to the school where Pope Leo went to school. This is the door he went to school. Walk through to go to school every day. And the stairs to his classrooms. This was a lower level where the science class was. I couldn't even imagine walking in the old school. I hate to do it and breathe all that stuff, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, so I'm coming back. Are you from the press by any chance?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
What paper?
BBC News.
Okay. Did you want me to guide you back here? Are you brave enough to go?
I think we're good. We just went inside.
Okay.
It's
Well, let me just tell you that was where the school was. That was where the Pope went to school. The school is attached to the church, and if you go to the lower level and just walk down there, you can see where he went to class.
Did
right
you know
down
him?
there. Pardon me?
Did you know him?
No, I'm 7 years younger than him,
Okay.
but I went to the same grammar school as he did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
That's cool.
So anyway, nice talking to
But they
you.
closed it down now?
It's been closed for 20 years. A very long time. The church has been closed since I think 2012.
Okay.
Just stayed open a little bit longer for 12 more years.
Yeah.
So, but that's where he went to school.
that was his school.
The rectory is in at the very back where the priest lived. That's the convent is just right next to it where the nuns taught all the classes, and then the school is that building right there with the darker brick.
I should introduce you to my colleagues. I bet they'd love to talk to you.
Okay. I'm going to take a break and I'll come back and I'm just talking my video here.
Are you live streaming something?